I truly feel like a lot of people have problems in their relationship because they don't humble their man enough. So let me show you some good examples of how to humble your man. Okay, so this man texted me and invited me over to his house to have food. And I said, okay, I'll see you when you get here, because he was coming to pick me up. And he said, okay, thank you, but I'll appreciate if you could answer my question. Are you in a relationship? I said, if you want to see me today, I suggest you stop asking questions. You know what he said? Okay, yeah. Don't be giving them the opportunity to ask no questions. Bitch, do you want to see me or not? The fuck? This man, he was always getting disrespectful, but he was a trick. And so I always used to let it slide. I used to just let it slide. And he started acting real crazy because if you do not humble them, they will think they can get away with anything. He texted me talking about, oh, I don't have any problem with my bills. You pretend to be a good woman. Meanwhile, you're getting for money. I said, I learned it from your mother. Old ass bitch, don't text me no more. Old ass bitch, don't text me no more. Yeah, we ain't never had them problems again. This one got mad at me because I told him I wasn't going on a date with him because he kept trying to invite me to these little ass restaurants. And he told me to go to hell. I said, you better hope you die first. Because if I go first, I'm telling God you sell drugs. Yeah. Into that relationship. This man had the nerve to text me and tell me I needed to apologize to him because I said he was useless. I said, I guess maybe I might be sorry tomorrow, but I'm not sure yet. I need more time to think about it. Never texted back. Sorry. I've never been sorry in my life. Me and this man were having a discussion about marriage, and he kept trying to tell me to go with the flow. Why are y'all always so interested in getting married so soon? And I told him, because that man was like almost 40. I said, get married and start taking your life serious. You're getting old and you already don't have a hairline. It'll be gone soon. See, my thing is, I'm not scared to get beat up. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not scared to get my ass whooped. Like, I had sent a message to the wrong guy, and I deleted the message, and he sent me the eye emoji, and I sent him a question mark, and he said, who is that message meant for? I said, the question mark? It was meant for you. Act stupid, because that's what niggas do. This one, he went days without texting me, and then on New Year's gonna talk about welcome to 2025, hope you have a great year. I said, shut the fuck up talking to me. No regrets. This man was supposed to take me out to a restaurant, and then he just went ghost. And then he gonna text me talking about, oh, I'm sorry, I've been going through a lot this week. I had to go here to get my food truck registered, blah, blah, blah. I text back, I said, I don't care. That was the end of the... Stop letting niggas give you excuses. 3 words. I don't care. Nah, I understand. You know, maybe we can reschedule. I don't care. I really don't. Thank you. Alright, y'all said y'all wanted a part 2 of my messages between men. I'm gonna give y'all a part 2. First of all, though, I just want to put a disclaimer. This is not for men that you actually respect and care for. Okay? So I went out to this place here in Charlotte called Fume, right? And I happened to meet my trick there when I was there, but I had showed up with a group of other niggas and a group of friends. It was like a triple date kind of thing. He said, you was there with a boyfriend. I felt bad. I said, no, I wasn't. I was with my friends. He said, did you have sex last night? I said, why would you ask me that? You think I'm a whore? He said, babe, I saw you with the man. I was so mad. I said, no, you didn't. He said, I saw you with the man. I said, no, you didn't. Not me trying to tell him when he saw it, didn't she? No, if you thought you saw me, no, you didn't. I said I was sitting with my friends. Am I not allowed to go out with my friends if there are men there? I told you I was going out. He said, it's okay, love. I'm sorry to push it. You see? It's easy. Just gaslight them. You saw me with a man? No, you didn't. I promise you, you didn't. Your eyes are playing tricks on you, boo-boo. You need to get them cataracts fixed or something. I don't know. This man, also a trick. He was always trying to do something with me, and I was never having that because this is about money, not about anything else. And so I was leaving his house one day. He said, where did you put the key? I said, I handed it to you. He said, can't find it, but cool. If the sex thing will be an issue, can I have sex with someone else? I need your permission. I said, did you look on the counter or on the dresser or your pocket from last night? He said, enough with the key. Can you afford? I said, can you afford to have sex with someone else? Because first of all, I'm not really sure you can even afford me. Can you afford me and then also afford to be having sex with some other girl? This is questions you need to ask yourself before you start asking me dumbass questions, because I truly don't care. I swear to God, this man was old and he was so funny. I used to die laughing at his messages. He gonna text me talking about, hey. I said, hey. He said, how are you? I said, I'm well. How are you? He said, I'm good. What are you doing? I said, nothing. What are you doing? He said, TV. Do you want me? I said, huh? He said, sex. I said, you didn't even ask if I have eaten anything. This is a personal favorite of mine, okay? I told this man stop talking to me because he always getting fresh out the mouth. He gonna text me a picture of my jumpsuit talking about, you have this thing here. Just so you know, I'm not one of those small boys who will kneel down in front of a woman, carry the shit very far. If you can't pick up the shit here or tell me where to drop it, I will trash it. I said, I want you to pour gasoline around your apartment and light it on fire. Leave me alone. He said, I'm done texting. Bye, bitch. I said, bye, fat ass. This nigga was so funny. This nigga was texting me all these different messages. Talking about, I need to talk to you. I'm sad. Let me call you. Wow. And I said, you're playing on my phone. Because, like, clearly I'm not responding. He said, I hate this. I said, I'm headed to meet a friend at a bar. Do you want to come by after? He, in capital letters, he said, no. I said, bye, bitch. He said, that is so rude. What's the meaning of this? Bitch, I got it from you. What the fuck? So this one. Wait. So I went to like this after hour spot and I was with this dude, and then the trick, his friends had pulled up to the after party spot. So he texted me, he said, what time did you leave the after hours Sunday morning, and why didn't you tell me you was there with the guy? And he said the guy's name, and I said, Blake is a friend. What do you mean? But if it makes you feel any better, I will let you know all the friends I hang out with from now on. See, you gotta turn it around. You gotta turn it around and accuse them. He said, okay, so you kissed a friend? I said, no, I did not kiss him at the after hours because we are friends once again. He said, how can you go to my brother's place and disgrace me? Someone, wait. He said, someone saw you kissed him or him kissed you. I said, these are lies. Who are my accusers? He said, it's okay. You know what? I said, you know what? If you believe I would do something like that, then just leave. He said, this is being childish. I'm merely asking you because someone that knows you saw it. I said, I'm serious. These are false accusations and I will not stand for it. Oh my God. Fix it, Jesus. Anyways, do not feel bad for the way that I treated him. He would consistently call me out of my name and say all kinds of mean and rude things against me, so do not feel bad. And also, when I say trick, as I'm calling him a trick, I mean he's just a man that had money that used to spend on me. I am not a 304 baby, okay? Last night, this man that I used to talk to, like way back in the day, took me on one date. Is gonna text me on Instagram. Every few months, he figure out where I'm at and hit me up. I already blocked him because when I asked him for light bill money last year, he told me he had it. And why would I be talking to a nigga that ain't got light bill money? I don't got light bill money. We both can't be in the dark. He texted me and he was, small talk. Hey, how are you doing? What are you up to? And I engaged in it at first. I said, I'm not doing much. And then he said, how have you been? And I just said, what do you want from me? Because I don't like, let's stop the small talk. Do you want to go make reservations for Steak 48 tomorrow or what? What does it benefit you to know what I'm doing right now? I'm watching Criminal Minds. So I said, what do you want from me? And he said, nothing. And I said, so now what? And he said, nothing at all. You see how you weed them out? If you really cared about me, you would have said, hey, I got that light bill money for you now. Why would you come back without the light bill money? I know that was a year and a half ago. No, was that 2 years ago? It might have been 2 years ago. I know it was 2 years ago. How do you know I'm not still in the dark today? How do you know, Steven? How do you know I'm not still in the dark today? You don't. You should not have came back without that light bill money. If I cut you off because you didn't give me no money, you come back without the money, that's like a slap in the face. You might as well have balled my damn lip something like this. Don't come back without the money. Thank you. And don't say shit about my Christmas tree. Period. Part 3 of my text messages to men I don't care about. All right, so I had made plans with this guy, and he said he was going to call me, and he didn't call me. I said, I thought you were coming over yesterday. He said, I called you, didn't pick up. I texted no response. I said, you called me, said you were coming over. I waited, you didn't come. He said, I can't just come to your house like that. I said, whatever. He said, LOL, I texted you back at 3:18. I said, are you high? Wait, I said, are you high? You called me at 9:20. I'm not playing this game with you. Have a nice day. Because is it drugs? Is it drugs? This man asked me, what you want for lunch? I said, I want sushi, please. He said, you want to order? I can cash app you. I said, sure, thank you. He said, will $20 be enough? I said, make it $45. Because first of all, bitch, what I'm going to do with $20, ho? I can't get no sushi with that. I want 2 rolls and a California roll, please. I couldn't be my nigga, because who the fuck I think I'm talking to? This man going to text me at 10:17 p.m. talking about, I want some sloppy. I come home tonight. I said, I hope you get it. This man was texting me all these messages I didn't respond to, talking about, how are you? Hey, are you having, tell me, what are you doing? Hey, how are you? I didn't answer none of them. He said, do you still need money? I said, yeah. He said, are you going to stop messing around? I said, don't text me nonsense no more. Just send the money. Damn, you keep asking me questions about what I'm doing with other niggas. I'm getting money. The fuck? What do you mean I'm in my bag? I'm asking this man for money, and he said he couldn't because there's times for him to pay rent, but he wasn't even in the country at the time. So I said, send me proof of how you're paying your rent if you don't got no money to send to me. And he said, oh, if you have WhatsApp, I will send you screenshots or whatever. I said, whatever. He said, oh, I see you don't care about me. You don't miss me. I said, I'm too busy providing for myself to miss you. Because what do you mean? If it ain't about the money, I don't know what we're talking about right now. Call me when you have the money. Call me when you got the money, for real. He said, I will send you the money if you can tell me if you've been on any dates. I said, I don't care. He said, I'm not scared to tell you if you want to know. I said, I don't care. This is not a negotiation. Send the money, send the funds, or get off my damn phone. This man was an old man, and he used to send me money, but then he would always try to have, and I kept telling him, no, I'm not going to do that. And one day he asked me, come over. And I said, no, I can't. I still have a week left of my covenant before I can have. I didn't have no covenant. I had a covenant not to have sex with no old ass man. He said you were on a date and you slept with someone I know recently. Did I do that? He said you were on a date and you slept with someone I know recently. Stop talking about a covenant. I said, this is a lie, but I see you are angry. I will talk to you another day. He said, childish. It's a lot of women that want me, but I choose you. But you're so childish. I said, I understand how you feel. You know what? I do understand. When you're 60 years old, he wasn't really 60, but when you're 60 years old, I get it. I do understand. Honestly, truly. This man said, he texted me and said, are you coming? Let's eat together. I said, sure. He said, LOL, okay. I said, what's funny? He said, you don't care about me. You couldn't text me all day. I said, never mind, I'm not coming. He said, I understand you're going through a lot. Why aren't you coming? I said, I'm in a good mood. I want to keep it that way. Because, bitch, you already asked me too many questions, bitch. I just wanted a little chicken salad with some tuna. The fuck you asking me? What? Now you're doing too much. Get off my phone. Call me when you're ready to eat. Damn. This man asked me to come on a date with him and to spend some time with him. And I said no because I was really stressed out. I got to pay my phone bill. He said, I know you're just coming up with this phone thing. You just want to be with the man. I said, I really feel sorry for you. So insecure you think I'm lying to be with other men. Anytime I tell you something, I'm really going through a rough time right now. And instead of supporting me through it, you make false accusations against me so you can ruin my day. He said, I'm sorry. And then he sent me the phone bill money. I don't even know if my phone bill needed to be paid, honestly. I got the money either way, though. This man said he was going to take me and my friend on a date to Maggiano's. I love good pasta. But then, when I was calling him around the time that he was supposed to go on our date, he didn't answer. So I said, all you want to do is be with your friends all the time. You didn't need a nap when you thought your friends were coming over, but when I ask you to go somewhere, all of a sudden you're sleepy. I don't want to be disrespectful, but just be honest with me, please. Are you gay? He said, we had an appointment at 7:30. I just fell asleep, so stop the drama. The hell? Gay? I said 7:45. He said, are you stupid or something? This one, oh, he almost really got me. Like, every time he almost ate me up. I said, just go be with your little friends and do whatever it is y'all doing over there. That's what you really wanted to do anyway. And then I sent the little tongue out emoji. I said, I see what's going on. Gay ass. This man was supposed to send me money, and he called himself falling asleep. I said, when you wake up, just don't even call me, because I'm going to ruin your night, I swear to God. It would. Hi Bookies, it's just a little update on my shenanigans and humbling men. Okay, the other day, a man hit me up and said, I'm in your city. I'm not really sure what that has to do with me. We don't have anything planned. So I responded, thank you for the information. I will alert the proper authorities. Because I don't know what you're telling me for. Bye, bitch. This other man slid up on my story on Instagram. I don't know why. Anyways. And he said, where you at? I said, somewhere you're not. Because what is that supposed to mean? You want me to slide on you? I don't do that, Darnell. Bye. I had another DM of a man who I haven't spoken to in like 2 years, who slid up on my story and said, you look good, boo. I said, bye, ho. Out my damn face. I'm like, I'm playing with y'all. I had recently met this like 45-year-old man at a club or something, and we were like discussing some things. He took me out on a date. I had some French toast and waffles. It was cool. I had some chicken and waffles. Okay, couple mimosas. Had a great time. Went home. The next day I was going out with my friends, so I hit him up and I said, I'm going out with my friends tonight, and he was like, okay, let me know and I'll come through. You will not come through. I didn't invite you. I said, I'm going out with my friends. And he was like, well, text me when you're on your way and I'll pop in. I texted him when I was on my way and I said, I'm headed out now. Can you send me money for drinks and hookah? Because you're 45. He responds, oh, no, I don't do that. Oh, no, I don't do that. If I'm outside, I can buy you drink and hookah. But me sending money for hookah and drink when I'm not there, it's not what I do. See, I was going to just block him. Because, again, you're 45. I'm getting ready to turn 24, babe. You're 45. What did you think this was? A mutual arrangement where I liked you? Think again, ho. I said I was going to block him, but then I responded. I said, sounds like foolishness to me because I just like to argue, okay? I was going to block him, but I thought that I need to get my entertainment for the day, He responded. He said, what? ? I texted back. I said, that's foolishness. Then he blocked me. Bye, ho. I don't know what you thought this was, but you telling me the only time you can send me money to go out is when you're with me, meaning you have to be with me to pay for the stuff? No. Who the hell invited this 45-year-old man to the girly pop extravaganza? No, nobody. And you won't be there. I'll just find another 45-year-old with that money. You know what I'm saying? It's giving broke to me. He also offered to pay for my car and was like, oh, because something needs to be fixed. And he said, I'm going to just give you half the money. I'm going to give you half my attention then, ho. Are you shitting me? Why would I date a 45-year-old man that's the only one to give me half of the money? Mind you, half of the money was like $200. No, boo. No, boo. Bye, bitch. Then this other guy texted me randomly and was like, oh, like, I only screenshotted the part of the message that I wanted to share, but he texted me. He was like, hey, I met you in this club a few months ago. I want to check in. I'm like, you met me at the club a few months ago. Now you texting my phone. Why are you texting my phone if you met me a few months ago? The time is up. I'm like, I don't know who this man is. Sorry to this man. I've never met this man before. So I'm texting him back because I'm trying to find some plans for the weekend. And he's like, yeah, I'm going to call you, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, send me some pictures. He sent me some pictures. I said, hell nah. I don't think you got the right number, babe. I mean, he did say my name, but you might be confused. I've never seen this man before in my damn life. So then he sent me pictures and he said, can I get some from you also? I said, sure, 1 second. Never sent him nothing. Get off my damn line. You look horrible. Then he texted me back and said, was my picture too ugly? That's why you stopped talking? The answer is yes. I'm not going to tell him that. I'm not going to tell him that, though. I don't know if he tried to humble me by waiting months to respond to me to text me because I don't even remember him. But in exchange, don't ever do that shit again. You get my number, you text me same day, same night. Talking about you gonna text me some months later, think you gonna get some response from me. Hell, time son, he was on Houston in a business trip. I don't even remember meeting you, but I don't give a damn if you was on Mars. You text me immediately. You know what I'm saying? This is fine shit. I don't look like it right now, but y'all get the vibes. So me and this man got into an argument the other day, right? And like he waited like 2 days, and then like on the second day, he texted me. He was like, "Oh, do you still have an attitude?" And I said, "Can I have $45?" And he didn't text me back, and I'm just like, "Was I wrong?" I was also making plans to go on a date with this man, and I told him where I wanted to go, and he was like, no, like, let's go here to fucking Viva Chicken. And I'm like, I'm not going to Viva Chicken. Like, I like Viva Chicken, but like, this is a first date. Like, it should be something nicer. And so I gave him all these different spots, and he was like, oh yeah, these are cool. These are cool. How about I just surprise you? And I texted back and I said, if the surprise is that you're broke, the jig is up. I'm getting the vibes here, babe. No, I don't trust you anymore. What? And I haven't heard from him since. And I'm like, damn, is it me? Am I the problem? I hope so. I went shopping at the mall the other day and I saw this dress that I really wanted to buy. So I took a picture and I sent it to a couple niggas. Because, you know, like I'm at the mall, this dress is cute. And one of them texted back and said it looked like something his grandma will wear. So I texted back, your grandma can afford this. And then we engaged in like a goddamn full out argument. And I'm like, oh my gosh. I'm just saying, like, I don't think your grandma can afford this. Like, the dress was $200. Your grandma don't be tricked out like me, ho. The hell don't be saying shit to me crazy, because like I don't really. There was this dude that I used to hit up all the time to, like, if I wanted a section or something, and apparently like he saw my original video, like back when I was like going to the plasma place because I needed money for a seafood boil. I'm just kidding, I needed money for my rent, I'm not gonna lie. So anyways, he texted me, he was like, are you still selling your plasma or something like that? And I said, do you still only have 2 pairs of pants? To which he said, you could stay with me if you need it. To which I responded, I'm not sleeping in no bed with only 2 pillows. You don't want to go toe to toe with me, bitch, for real. Because, like, I don't really have feelings. I own up to everything I've ever done in my life. I post it for content, babe. If I went broke again today, I would come on here and talk about it. Like, you're not gonna make fun of me for a video that I posted on my page? How it's still up. I never deleted it. I'm not embarrassed. You can't make fun of no bitch that's not ever embarrassed. My ex from high school had the audacity to Snapchat me old little videos and pictures of us. I don't even know why his old ass is using Snapchat. To Snapchat me videos and pictures of us talking about, oh, you remember the good times? And I said, oh, how can I forget my first bum? Stop bothering me, heathen. I can't find the comment, but someone commented under one of my videos and said, if I'm mean to a man and he curses me back out, what do? I can't really take being cursed out. I can dish it, but I can't take it. And I'm going to give you an example of what you can say back. Now, these are very old messages. I have been giving men a hard time probably since I could walk, because this is like in college, okay? But let me read this to you. We got into an argument. I said something rude, and this is what I got back. So I'm going to censor out the curse words because this is a lot of curse words. So he said, if you stop lying, then maybe we can get somewhere. Lying ass, get off my line, man. You a liar. And I know for a fact because that man, I know him, dumbass, stupid ass hoe. Don't don't hit my line no more, period, bro. Hit them lame up, you so-called don't talk to lying out with that line at all. And you know that. What you got to say, I don't care about none of that. That's what he sent me. He's clearly thought he was in his bag. I sent back, listen here, whore. When you feel like you want to talk your shit, talk to your bald ass mammy. Don't talk to me. And then he responded and said, duck ass hoe. I don't even know what that means. And I said, I'm not reading none of that shit. Go to hell, hoe ass nigga. So yeah, I mean, if you just keep it short and simple, you see all these, like, everything he texted me, and I just kept it real short and simple, that really bothers them. That's what I like to go with. Something simple and to the point. And then he texted me this. And it really cuts deep if it's true, because his mama actually is bald, okay? Make sure it's true so it really cuts them here. You know what I'm saying? That's what I like to go for. A little bit of honesty for that ass. He said, you better not ever text me again or even think about bothering me. I'm not going to say that word on TikTok because that would get me banned. I wish you do fall off a bridge. That'll be so nice, and I won't have to worry about you doing dumb as an ex trying to ruin stuff. And I said, I'm not arguing with no man who don't know his daddy. Just short and simple. You know what I'm saying? Hit them where it hurts. Right here. Where's your heart? Is it on the left side, right side? right here, okay? You can't be scared, okay? Don't let them rock the boat and make you scared, because most of them, they're really not going to do anything. I would advise that you just not talk to men who get this angry and emotional over little things, because that's a recipe for disaster, okay? But if you do end up with one of these YNs, which I don't talk to these no more, then and you end up getting into an argument with them, they are very sassy and they say some crazy things. But I say some crazier things. If you need any help with any responses, any replies, hit me up. I can walk you through it.